going on, SC430 community? My name is Henry. Today's video, we're going to be doing a transmission oil change on this. What year is this?
2002.
2002 SC430 with how many miles?
About 117.
About 117,000 miles. So typically these transmissions are built to basically be lifetime warranty, but obviously with these classic cars, we want to make sure all the fluids are changed at decent times, make sure it lasts longer. So typically I recommend doing it every 100,000 miles. So we're already at 117. His oil already looks good, but we're still going to do it anyway. According to the manual, transmission oil, for this transmission, 5-speed automatic, only requires 1.9 quarts. For whatever reason, that is not true in some cases, because if you only put, let's say, 2 quarts, it won't touch the dipstick, and your transmission is going to start slipping when you switch into gear. So, ended up finding out that it's about 4 quarts before it actually, hits in the appropriate area on the dipstick. So, we're going to be using ATF-Type IV. So, typically you can get these at a Toyota or Lexus dealership, but this is what you're going to want to use. So, we're going to get started by jacking up the car. So, I'm going to be taking this bolt out right here. Looks like it could be a 14. I'm going to take that 14 millimeter out and let it pour out. So again, while this is pouring out, manual calls out that it's going to be 1.9 quarts. We will find out once this pours out, but from my experience from doing a transmission drop on another SC430, ended up being 4 quarts, so we will see. So make sure once the oil is drained out, you want to make sure the washer is still on there. You don't want to lose that washer, otherwise it will leak. Now that we drained all the oil, we're going to now drop the car down. Because this car is on coilovers, we're going to have to jack it down a very specific way in order to make sure we can get the jack out. As you can see here, on the right side of the engine bay, this orange cap right here, that's where we're going to be putting in the transmission oil. We're going to first start with 2 quarts, just because that's what the manual says, just in case for whatever miracle of a reason it does touch the dipstick and it only needs 1.92 quarts, but typically it's going to be 4 quarts, so we're going to give that a try. Let's start by taking the dipstick out.
to go. It's going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze, but we will manage.
Okay, so now that we got the 2 quarts in there, we're going to put the dipstick back in just to make sure and verify just one more time that it is true that it doesn't take 1.9 quarts, even though in the manual it says to put 1.9. And then we'll just put in another quart in to make sure it touches the dipstick, and then add more as needed until we get right in between where we're supposed to be on the dipstick. See those divots in the dipstick? We want to be in between here. And then this is obviously the low end. We want to be in between here.
Now that we put the 2 quarts in, gotta take this out as we can. Put that up here for now. I'm gonna put the dipstick back in. So it will you will feel some resistance, so you want to make sure you get your hand in there to help guide and push it. And there should be a clip on the left side right here to make sure you know you got it all in. So to let it sit there a little bit, and hopefully might be something on the dipstick. There might not. I don't think there will be. So let's take it out. Make sure to pull that clip out. And then pull this guy out already. So it looks like the dipstick is still, the oil is still traveling its way down, so it's still working its way in, so we need to let it sit for a little bit.
So I just put in 2.5 quarts. Still, it's touching the dipstick, but obviously that's not with the oil completely all the way down to the transmission. So we're going to start the car up, let it run a little bit, shift the gears a little bit, make sure all the fluids are moving around and such, and then we're going to again check the dipstick, add more if we need to. Alright, well there you guys have it. SC430 community just did a transmission oil change, super quick and easy. Currently has 3.5 quarts in there, but we're going to put the other half in a little bit later just to make sure, you know, all the gears shift, all the transmission fluid gets all the way into the pan and all throughout the transmission. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.